Welcome! In this video we are going to create a shader brush in Procreate from salt. Creating your own Procreate brushes will make your work more unique, more personal, and you can create tools that fulfill your needs. Hi, my name is Alexandra, aka The Art Mother. I'm an artist, illustrator, online educator, and I am a forever explorer as well. And I really love to create my own Procreate brushes from different weird things, from salt, different spices, dried flowers, and more. So now go grab your iPad and your Apple Pencil and let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is to create a new canvas that is square sized. So hit the plus button and find the square. And we are going to create our base shape for our Procreate brush right in this canvas. So let's just create the base shape. And today we are going to use salt for it. Basically, you can do it with any spice, okay? So you can use something like this, Italian spices like oregano or spice mix, anything that is grainy, all right? So I will put this aside and grab something that has a black background. So this watercolor sketchbook or art book is going to be just fine. So I will choose my salt and just put it somewhere. Create a blob. Perfect. Now I will grab my iPad again, choose the camera, and take a photo of this blob. Put this aside and grab the iPad. Now go to the range button and insert a photo, and insert the photo that you have just created into the canvas. Okay, make it as big as the canvas. And as you can see, it is not a fully black background. When you are creating a base shape for your Procreate brush, you really need this black to be true black, because if it is not true black, these pixels will show. So what you need is a pure black, so that it works as if this shape would have a transparent background, all right? And you need the white little shapes around here. So how I'm going to do this, I will click the adjustments and hit curves. And now you can play with these bars. If you toggle this one, you can see it goes black, very, very black. And try to toggle it to the extent that you cannot see any texture or anything around your base shape. So maybe like here. And I want this to be a little bit more white, so I will toggle this one a little bit to this side. So now I have a black and white image. If you have some blobs here and there that you don't want to include in your base shape, choose black, choose a brush. I will choose the Clean Shaper from the Art Mother's Ultimate Brush Set and just paint into this shape. And dismiss some of these little grains that fell out or are at the edge or something like that. Alright, now swipe with 3 fingers to open the quick menu and or the copy paste menu and hit copy. Now let's create a new brush. I will go to my extra brushes and hit the plus sign to create a new brush. Now you are in the Procreate Brush Studio. I'm not going to explain everything in the Brush Studio, but the main settings that you need to create this shader brush. So at first go to Shape, Edit, Import and Paste. This way your base shape will automatically import here. Hit Done and your brush already changed, like you cannot see. You can go to drawing pad and increase the preview size so you can see your brush better. Now this is a little bit odd. What you can play with is the stroke path where you can set, so let's go there, the spacing, which means how far this base shape is going to be placed on your line. So for example, if I increase spacing, you see this base shape far away from each other. If you want to create a shader brush or like a scratchy brush, you decrease the spacing and you can see you can create effects like this. This works amazing for texture brushes, but now we don't want that. We want to create a shader brush, so increase the spacing to about 20%. Yeah, nice. As you can see, the edge of this brush is a little bit odd. So now I'm going to go to the shape, edit the shape behavior. So I will increase scatter. This means that this shape will going to be placed a little bit twisted or randomly to create a more grainy effect. And I love to set the rotation to follow stroke so that this brush really like keeps in mind my strokes and the directions that I make with it. So I will clear the drawing pad, and here is this wonderful shader brush. Now we want to adjust a little bit the maximum size. So if you go to properties, as you can see, it is set to 100%, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I will set it to 300%. For example. Yeah, perfect. And I also want to adjust the pressure sensitivity so that when I'm shading and pressing harder, it gets darker. So you can set that within the Apple Pencil. Within the pressure, you can see it is already set to opacity to the max, so make sure that you have that. And also set the size to size there, so it gets also bigger. It will make this shader brush more easy to use. Then I will add a little bit of taper. So if you go to pressure taper, add a little bit to one side and toggle size and also opacity to the max. This will result that I will clear the drawing pad so that you can see that. If I press just a little bit, you will get just thin lines, and when I increase, the size will increase and the opacity as well. And again, it helps to get a brush that is really easy to use for shading. I will hit done, and actually my brush is ready to use. So I will turn off this base shape, and I will create a new layer, and I will just show you how you can shade with this brush. I will choose a color in a mid-tone, so from the area here, and I will choose a brush, a solid brush. I will use my clean shaper. You can download my basic brush set for free on my website, so find the link in the description. So I will choose the clean shaper and create a circle, hold down, make it to a circle, fill in the shape and see if there are pixels left out. So I will just run through this. Alpha lock this shape and then choose your brush and choose a darker color. And now on the edge you can see that you can already create really nice shadows like this. But it is even better if you lower the opacity of this brush, and you will get a little bit smoother gradation. So I will create the first layer of this and then push a little bit harder at the edge. And now I will have a nicer gradation from this color to this one. I can make it a little bit smaller even and go even a little bit darker, and at the edge just add even more. And can you see this is beautiful textured and it is totally incredible to use. For example, in this artwork I used this kind of a brush for shading and it has just amazing results. I can add shadows here, shadows there, and create amazing illustrations like this. I hope that you like this tutorial. Let me know how it went for you below in the comments. I have created a full class on how to create a full digital illustration brush set for yourself with all the brushes that you need during an illustration process. Find the link to the class below in the description. Also, if you don't really want to make your own brushes, visit my Etsy shop. I have some really cool brush sets there. Alright, so see you next time. Enjoy your brush and happy creating!